Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video showing you guys all of my makeup palettes that I have in my personal collection. So if you guys want to see what I have, please stay tuned and keep on watching. Alright loves, so I just want to start off with a quick update video. I know it's been like a week and a half since I put up a video. I'm really sorry about that. It's just that it's been so hot this past couple weeks that it's just been unbearable to film in my room because it's so hot, because I have to close the windows. So I have my fan on like literally right here. It's on low and I'm kind of dying right now, so if you guys can hear it, I'm really sorry. It's supposed to cool down next week, so I'm going to be putting up a few more videos within the next few days, hopefully. It was literally like a couple days last week. It was like fall weather. I was in a jacket and then it shot right back up to like 35 degrees again, which 35 is not good for me. 20 to 25 is like my good zone. 35 is just kind of unbearable. So, and that's also why I don't really have my extensions in today. It's just really hot. I can't deal. So yeah, I have some pretty exciting videos coming for you guys in the next couple weeks, so I can't wait for you guys to see those. And I'm thinking about changing up my favorites videos a little bit. I am thinking about adding lifestyle favorites to it. And yeah, so if you guys want to see the videos combined together, like my beauty and lifestyle favorites in one video, I can do that. Or I was thinking of also separating them and doing like one separate favorites video for beauty and then one lifestyle favorites, or I can just kind of update you guys with my lifestyle favorites every couple months or something like that. So let me know what you guys want me to do, anything in that nature. So let me know in a comment below and I'll definitely get to that. And let's just get started with the video. Okay, so I'm gonna get right in. I have quite a few, so I don't want to bore you guys because there is a lot here. So the first one that I have is the Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay. This one is a really old one. It's pretty banged up, and this is what the palette looks like. This color has hit pan, definitely. This is a great palette for beginners. I would say high school girls, this would be a great palette for you, or also older women, because there's no shimmer in the shadows except for this one right here. This one would be great for more mature women. The black in this palette is really amazing. It's probably one of the blackest besides the Makeup Geek one that I'm going to show you guys in a bit. But yeah, this is a great beginner's palette. Definitely a really good one for transition shades. This is a really good palette if you want to do like a simple cut crease as well too, if you're more advanced in makeup. Definitely, this is a great buy for like $35. I definitely recommend picking this one up. Okay, the next one that I have is from Marc Jacobs. And this one I actually received when I was working at Sephora. I've actually never used this palette, and I probably should. There's a really nice green in here that I didn't even know was in here that I should probably use. But this is their palette. It came out a while ago and it's called the Siren palette number 210. This is what it looks like. Very much like, you know when you're a kid and you have like those little painting sets or whatever. This is kind of what it looks like. But they are super pigmented. Like this is like the red shade. Yeah, they're super pigmented. These have a little bit of a sheen to them. They look almost like a satin shadow. There's no like glitter, like you can't actually see chunks of glitter. But this is definitely a really nice palette. I'm gonna definitely do a look with this green eyeshadow for you guys. Alright, and the last one that I actually got at Sephora as well when I was working there is this Alright, so my next two palettes are from Anastasia, and this is one of her most recent palettes. That was a weird noise when you open it. It makes a weird noise. Okay. This one is the... Oh, I was wondering why everybody was calling it the World Traveler palette, because that's what it's called. It's called the Shadow Couture World Traveler palette, and I didn't know that. I thought it was just a Shadow Couture palette, but this palette right here, I am in love with this palette. It's beautiful, mainly because of these two shades right here. What are they called? Fudge and Morocco. Super warm, beautiful for fall. Makes you look like you have nice burnt orangey red eyelid. Super beautiful. I'm going to be doing a tutorial with this really soon. I just need the weather to cool down a little bit. I am so ready for fall. I love fall colors. Diva lipstick from MAC is like my ish in the fall, so I can't wait to start wearing her again. But yeah, this palette is beautiful. It has a mixture of mattes, some really glittery shimmer shades, a nice highlight shade and lid shade, and the black is actually really black. I'm actually really surprised. I can actually swatch it for you guys. Yes, it's like charcoal black. It's pretty dark. So if you guys haven't gotten your hands on this or tried it yet, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful palette. I honestly would buy it again just because of the fudge and Morocco color. I'm not gonna even lie. But yeah, definitely try this out if you haven't gotten a chance yet. Alright, so the next palette that I have is the other Anastasia palette, and this one is the Mia Mia palette. I'm not sure. I know that I checked recently on the Sephora or the Anastasia website, and this was still available on there, so I'm not sure. But either way, you can also pick up the shadows individually if you wanted to. This is a great palette as well too. I really love, like, again, the warm shadows. Caramel and Sienna are beautiful in this palette. I also love Fresh Peach, and Warm Taupe is a really nice, cool, great transition color. And yeah, this is a really great palette as well too. I always wanted to use an aqua color, but I don't feel like it's as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. But other than that, all the other colors are beautiful. I like the warmer colors in the Traveler palette or the Shadow Couture palette because they show up more red rather than orange, on my skin at least. On every skin it's going to be different, so yeah. But yeah, so I highly recommend this palette as well. I feel like Anastasia's palettes are a really good deal for like $35. You can't go wrong. This is a great palette. The shadows are super pigmented. Highly recommend Anastasia's palettes for sure. Alright loves, so the next palette that I have is the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. This is it right here. Has a really super big mirror, which is always nice. But this one right here is probably one of my least used neutral palettes. And I'll explain why. The shadows on the bottom are great. Super versatile, very neutral, very warm. Like they go from cool to warmer tones, which is great. Not as pigmented as I would like them to be honest. And the ones on the top, they're super chunky and glittery. You have to use them with like a Fix Plus or something like that to get them to work. Even then, they're still a little bit hard to work with. So I'm not going to talk too much about this palette because I don't feel like it was worth the money. But yeah, so this is probably one of my least favorite palettes from Smashbox. Yeah, I don't know. I find that like their other products, like the lip liners, and I'm loving their primer water and stuff like that. Those products are a lot better, but for their eyeshadows, I'm gonna have to pass. To be honest, I wouldn't waste your money on this palette. Alright, so the next palette is one of the cult favorites. This is the Naked palette from Urban Decay. This palette has been around for a long time. Mine is super old. I remember, for those of you that don't know or haven't been following me that long, I've had my channel for a really long time, but I actually just privated my other videos, and when I found out about this palette, I made a video about it, and I was super excited. I was having a little fangirl happy moment, and I did a dance and everything. But yeah, so this palette is awesome. I love it. I'm more of a matte girl now, so I don't use this palette as much as I used to, but still it's a great palette. Really nice pigmented shadows. Highly recommend it for somebody's like first palette. This is a really good bridal palette. You would obviously have to get more mattes to kind of balance them out, but definitely a really great palette for many different shades and skin tones. So yeah, highly recommend Urban Decay's palettes for sure. Okay, and also in the Naked family, this is the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. To be honest, I was really excited about when this palette came out. I was super excited to use it. But as you can see, I have barely touched it. And I probably know why, because pinks don't usually look, or actually don't look good on me at all. I would use this palette more for more darker skin tone, especially like Indian. My Indian girls, like my brown girls, you guys would love this palette. I probably had one in my kit at some point, but I think I took it out. I don't really use it at all, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll like give it to my sister when she's older and she can use it. But yeah, probably one of my least favorite Urban Decay palettes just on myself. There are a few good shades in here, but on myself, personally, I'm not a fan just because it doesn't go with my skin tone, and I should have known that before I bought it, so yeah. Alright, so the next palette that I have is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and this is probably one of my favorite palettes that I've ever purchased. I kind of forget about it sometimes, to be honest, and then I rediscover it, and then I use it and I love it again. So oh, I still have that black eyeshadow on my hand. Let me get rid of that. Still not coming off. Okay, it's staining my hand. Alright, let's get back into it. This is the Chocolate Bar palette right here. If you guys haven't heard about this, you're probably living under a rock because it was everywhere for like the longest time. I haven't tried the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I wanted to try it, but I was like, I have so many eyeshadows, I probably have something similar to those already, so I didn't splurge on that. But I love this eyeshadow palette. It is great for everything. I have another one actually in my makeup kit for when I do bridal work, and these two shadows right here, the gold and the rose gold shade, are one of my top two eyeshadows that I use out of all of my eyeshadows. And yeah, it's a great palette. I love this palette. If you guys have the money to pick this up, I feel like this is a great palette for so many different things, for like daily use or like special occasion, doing bridal makeup, for just kind of like everything. It's such a good palette. I highly recommend the Chocolate Bar palette from Too Faced. Alright loves, so we had to take a break for some technical difficulties. I'm going to start this palette over again because it started pouring so loud that you could hear it on camera. But anyways, so the next palette I'm going to be showing you is the Urban Decay Electric palette. This palette was super duper overhyped in my opinion. The palette is lovely and great for people who love neon shadows that you use them on a regular basis. The mirror on it is great, it's huge, but these colors are not ones that I ever really use. This palette almost looks like it's brand new, like it looks like it's brand new. I've never really touched it at all, and I actually bought it for a photo shoot that I wanted to do a long time ago, and it never ended up happening, so we didn't even end up using it. I should have returned it, but I didn't. But yeah, not my favorite eyeshadow palette. I probably like this even less than the Smashbox one. Yeah, so great for people who love these type of eyeshadows. Downside with these though is that they stain your eyelids, so you have to be really careful. You have to prime your eyelids super duper well, and it also depends on how thin your eyelids are as well too. I find that if they were thinner, that they're more prone to staining. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend this eyeshadow palette unless if you need them for a certain reason, but other than that, I feel like you could get better non-staining eyeshadows from a different brand. So this is probably like my least favorite palette ever, especially from Urban Decay. So yeah, probably would skip this palette if I were you. Alright, so this one is a palette that I made with MAC shadows. I'm sorry, it's super messy. I've tried to clean out the stuff that's like sticky on it, but it just won't come out. But yeah, but anyways, these are some of the colorful eyeshadows that I have from MAC, and this is like a quad that I made. I was gonna put them together, but it actually has like the piece there. Oh, and I just put my nail in it. It has a piece there that just makes it super difficult, and I don't want to get my nails in there because I know I'm gonna ruin it. But anyways, but this palette right here has soft brown, espresso, shroom, and all the glitters. This is one of my go-to palettes. I've had these shadows, I've replaced them a couple times. Super duper great starter palette. If you're a starter like in high school, probably wouldn't get a brown that's that dark because it can be pretty dark if you put on a lot of it. But yeah, definitely recommend this palette, like putting these colors together. Super pretty, super like makes you look like youthful when you put like a little bit of a satiny shimmery eyeshadow on. Love these colors. These colors, on the other hand, I bought a while ago. I love the orange ones for doing like a really warm eyeshadow look, but the other ones, MAC's colored eyeshadows, are not pigmented at all. Definitely recommend buying from another brand. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Probably Makeup Geek, or like Bizart is like a professional makeup brand. And I just dropped one. That was a bronzer that doesn't have a magnet on it. But anyways, what's it called? Yeah, probably wouldn't recommend the colored eyeshadows from MAC. Probably would buy like the Bizart ones. It's a professional makeup brand. Makeup Geek has really nice colored eyeshadows. off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else. Kat Von D, I think she has colored eyeshadows, but yeah, probably wouldn't recommend those colors from MAC. Alright, next one is a limited edition palette, so I'm sorry about that. But I know that they're making another one. This is the, oops, forgot to close that. This is the Lorac Mega Pro. Yeah, Mega Pro palette. They're coming out with a number 2 palette. I saw this. I was wanting to get the Lorac Pro palettes, like the 1 and 2, but I saw that this came out, and I actually heard that the pigmentation in the original palettes is better than this one, which I could probably see why, because I find that these are a little bit chalky. This is a great palette for someone just starting in eyeshadow, just so you guys have a bunch of different options to go on. It has a really nice big mirror on the back, super travel friendly. I brought this with me on like weekends away and stuff like that, and it's been great. Super nice warm and cool shades to choose from, so highly recommend this if you can pick up a similar palette to it. I know that the Mega Pro 2 palette's coming out for Christmas most likely, because they're gonna get everybody on that bandwagon so that they can rack up all the extra bucks, so which is super smart. I do the same thing if I was a business owner. It's just common sense, right? But yeah, so now on to the next one. Alright, love, so the last palette that I have is the C palette that I put, did I say C? I meant to say Z palette, that I put my Makeup Geek eyeshadows in. These eyeshadows are phenomenal. For the price, you cannot go wrong, and I'm sorry if you guys hear sirens. Like I said, it was like pouring, so I'm sure that there's some broken trees or something somewhere. But yeah, anyways, so these shadows are from her 9 shadow starter pack, which is about $60. I think, yeah, it was about $60. No, 50 or 60 bucks. I can't remember. It was a while ago. But I'll link it in the down bar. Makeupby eyeshadows completely surpassed my expectation. I find that these shadows are better than MAC eyeshadows. I am not saying that lightly. I feel like for the price, for the quality, like, you can't go wrong. Especially, I don't want to swatch another black shadow because this one already stained my hand or my finger. But if you guys are looking for affordable, drugstore priced eyeshadows, highly recommend grabbing the Makeup Geek eyeshadows, or also you can pick up the Anastasia palettes. Those are amazing, and this palette in general is great. Super sturdy. I've dropped it a couple times and nothing's happened to the eyeshadows. The magnets are really, really strong in this. You can also get the Z palettes sold. They're sold on the Makeup Geek website as well. But I ordered mine from Beautylish. Yeah, I ordered mine from Beautylish. The shipping was super quick too. Totally off topic, I'm rambling now. But anyways, yeah, highly recommend Makeup Geek eyeshadows if you guys are looking for super affordable eyeshadows. The palette's a little bit pricey, but totally worth it. Alrighty, so my last palette that I almost forgot to show you guys is this Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. This is one of my favorite go-to palettes for like the last 3 months or so, whenever I bought it, 2 or 3 months ago. These are what the shadows look like. Oh my god, I can't speak. All matte, warm and cool shades. Totally recommend this. I'd probably recommend this over the Urban Decay Basics palette, just because this one has warm and cool shades, and I would probably recommend this more for younger girls and more mature women as well. Great shadows for blending and transition colors and stuff like that. Super great palette. Highly recommend it. It's a little bit pricey. It's not, I think it was like the $40 or $45 range, but I'm in Canada, so everything's more expensive. But yeah, I highly recommend this palette if you guys can pick it up. I'm pretty sure it's permanent, because usually this packaging is permanent. So yeah, definitely would recommend picking this up if you love your transition warm and cool tones. So highly recommend this. Alright, loves, so that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you guys want to see any other videos in a comment down below. Please also follow me on Snapchat. I'll put my link right over here. I've been uploading pretty frequently, so I'd love for you guys to follow me on there. I post like not personal, but like people in my life, and also like makeup related stuff, or like selfies if I've done my makeup that day, stuff like that. I'm trying to upload a little bit more often on there. But yeah, so I'm super excited for the next few videos that I'm going to be posting in the next couple weeks. And if you guys want to see, it was my birthday actually in the middle of August. If yeah, I didn't put a video up that week, so you guys didn't know that it was my birthday, but it was my birthday. I turned 25 on August 17th, and I actually decorated my planner for that week. And I just got so busy that week, and I was gone for the weekend, that I completely forgot to put up the planner spread that I wanted to do. So if you guys want to see that video, so please leave it down below in a comment. I still have it, like, it's totally filled out still, so let me know if you guys want to see it. I'd be glad to put that video up for you guys. And yeah, so I think that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and keeping up with my shenanigans. And I hope you will stay and visit me or watch me in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression and swatch video on the new Ultra Matte liquid lipsticks from ColourPop. So if you guys want to see all of the shades that I picked up, please stay tuned and keep on watching.